Hi, my name is Marie and I'd like to take a few minutes to share with you the biggest thing that ever happened in my life, and that is my journey to knowing God. I would say my life before I became a Christian was pretty normal, nothing too remarkable. I grew up in Coventry with my mum, dad and 3 siblings. Our life was simple and I enjoyed it. My parents weren't Christian when we were kids, but we did start attending a traditional church when I was young, and as a child I considered us to be a Christian family. However, at some point in my early teens we were encouraged to attend a non-denominational church. When I entered this church, I saw people singing and dancing in worship like I'd never seen before. I could tell that they thought God was as real as this chair I'm sitting on, or why else would they behave like that? And I realised I didn't believe in God like that. So I said, well, if I don't believe in God, I can't call myself a Christian. I decided I would be all or nothing, and as I didn't believe, then it would be nothing. My family continued to attend this church, so as a teen I still had exposure to the Christian world, as I would still go along to church to make my parents feel better. I also went to a Christian school, but those things certainly didn't make me a Christian, and I didn't claim to be. But I did think I was overall a good person. I thought I did all the things in life that were normal for someone my age. I did pretty well in school, I had a good group of friends. I enjoyed going to parties, going out for meals, getting drunk in the pubs or clubs with my mates, having boyfriends, and generally enjoying life. I thought life was pretty great overall. I didn't have any complaints. I felt happy. As time went on, all my family members became really committed Christians, all-in Christians, like the ones I met at church before. They kept telling me, hey, this God stuff is real, but I just kept saying, until I believe it for myself, I can't do it. I have to believe God is real in my heart, and I just don't. At the age of 21, I went travelling with a friend to Thailand, and I thought that while I was there, I'd allow myself to think about spiritual things. Away from life, away from normal routine, I'd let myself ponder about God. Let's just say I definitely didn't start out that way. I threw myself into traveller girl party life in Thailand until I did some things I regretted and thought, what am I doing with my life? I felt like I was making really bad decisions, even though these were all normal things you do in life. I just felt like I couldn't help but make bad choices. From attending church, I knew that if you were an all-in Christian, then God was basically the boss. That if you gave your life to Him, you would surrender to His will and plan for your life. Well, I got to the point where I thought, maybe I need God to make the decisions for me because I'm making pretty bad ones myself. One problem, I still didn't believe in Him. So I just cried out to God and said, if you are real, then you need to do something big. I need to know for certain that you are real. I was asking for all these fantastical, amazing things for Him to do so that I would believe. And you know what? He didn't do any of them. But I continued to ask Him. So when I returned home from Thailand, I was speaking to family and asking them questions about God, Jesus, the Bible, all sorts of things. But as I was asking questions, my heart kind of just shifted. It shifted from a position of not believing to just believing, and I didn't understand why, and it wouldn't go away. So I decided, okay, I guess I'm gonna be all in. I ended up giving my life to Jesus that following Sunday, and I knew I would never be able to look back. Jesus has completely changed my life. He loves me in a way I never thought possible, and He has given me a purpose far greater than I ever thought possible, that is so much bigger than just little old me. Now, I never realised that the normal, happy life I thought I had wasn't truly happy at all. I had lots of insecurities. I'd compare myself to others. I would fulfil unmet needs through flirting with guys or getting drunk. I basically found my sense of worth in so many external things that could never truly fulfill me. But isn't that normal? What can seem like the most normal, harmless, inoffensive life is actually still one that has darkness, that still didn't know what it's missing, that still doesn't realise the purpose and plan that awaits. You don't have to be the person addicted to drugs to be in darkness. You don't have to be the abuser to be in darkness. You don't have to be a thief to be in darkness. You simply have to not be in the light to be in the darkness. A life without Jesus is in darkness. You just might not realize it. Sometimes you can think you're going to be okay in the eyes of God because you're not too bad. I'm not like that person over there who does all these terrible things. But the truth is that any life without Jesus is destined for an eternity without Him. That is an eternity in darkness. Since I completely surrendered my life to Jesus, made Him the boss, and went all in for Him, I can honestly say I have found the reason for life itself. In making Him the boss, I have weirdly found freedom from so much that I never knew I needed to be set free from. There's a verse in the Bible that says, if you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. In making Jesus the boss, the Lord of my life, I actually found the meaning of life. In completely submitting to Him, I actually have freedom. So, I would encourage you to truly search your heart and just ask Him to show Himself to you if He is really real. If He isn't real, you've lost nothing. But if He is, then you have absolutely everything to gain.